Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Kenders,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilman Stefan,
Present.
Councilwoman Martin.
Not present.
Thank you. And Councilwoman Selby, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pastor John, you'd like to come to the microphone. We're going back, and thank you, Pastor John, for coming out tonight. If you'd like to do the invocation this evening.
Thank you, Supervisor. Would you, if you're willing, join your hearts and minds with my words as we pray. Merciful God, we come together this evening to do the business of government. We ask by the power of your Spirit that you lead and guide each person to do exactly what you call us to do. We pray this in your name, Lord. Amen.
All right, we have no other preliminary matters this evening, so moving on to item number 2 for our regular business. The first item is the correction and adoption of the minutes for the January 7th, 2026 meeting. And Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Upon review of the adoption of the minutes from January 7th, 2026, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Kenders,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilman Stefan.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 2 tonight, under regular business, is the consideration of the farm bill. And Councilman Kenders, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor. I make a motion that we pay the bill in the total payables amount of $145,610.66.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Kenders,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilman Stefan.
Yes.
Motion carried. Councilman Penders, could you move your microphone a little bit closer to you?
Don't move me.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that is it for our regular business. On to our correspondence, item number 3 tonight. There are 12 items, all part of the board packet and in the town clerk's office for review, and they are as follows. Item number 1 is the town clerk's report for December of 2025. Item number 2 is the town clerk's 2025 annual report. Item number 3 is the dog control officer report for December of 2025. Item number 4 is the code enforcement officer report for December of 2025. Item number 5 is the National Fuel Gas Supply Corporation line C as in Charlie 46, S is as in Sam 2026 modernization project. Just a quick summary on this. If you've seen the, recall all the natural gas line work that's been up and down Boston State Road. This is additional information for what they're going to be working on this year in 2026. Item number 6 is the Boston Volunteer Fire Company officers and directors 2024 IRS Form 990, and also the inventory of property and statements of liabilities, statement of business engagement as a contractual obligation that is part of the correspondence. Item number 7 is the North Boston Volunteer Fire Company Incorporated 2025 annual report on revenues and expenditures of foreign fire insurance premiums. Item number 8 is the Erie County Clerk's Zombie Property Initiative report. Item number 9 is the Erie County Department of Environment Planning public review of the 2026 draft of the first year action plan of the 2025 through 2029 5-year community development consolidated plan. It's a great read if you want to know what's going on in Erie County. A lot of good information there. Item number 10 is the Buffalo Niagara Partnerships 2026 advocacy agenda. Item number 11 is the Erie County Water Authority extract of minutes. And item number 12 is the Comp Alliance Safe Workplace Award for the town of Boston that was recently awarded to us. That is, again, all of our correspondence, all in file in the town clerk's office for review and part of the board packet. Moving on to new business tonight, item number 4, our request from the floor. As always, if you have any comments, you're welcome to come up to the microphone, state your name and address. Please try to keep it to 3 minutes. And the floor is now open. I will also toss out just a friendly reminder that for the public floor, it is not always a back and forth dialogue. It's for us to take feedback, and we can have conversation with you after the meeting. So the floor is now open.
Jay Jackson, 7964 Back Creek Road. I will repeat my thanks of last meeting for the highway department keeping access to the building clear, the Lions Club building shelter. That was with, however much snow we had, and then after you plow it all up and you got these great big mountains. Thank you very much. We're very grateful. The folks that were able to keep, in equipment and stuff like that, yeah, that's a good thing that you do. Thank you very much.
Jim Stang, 7780 Eddy Road. I want to take and thank our Highway Superintendent Bob for taking and handling the water situation we had when we discussed it at the last board meeting. He was right on it, he took care of it, and made a lot of people a little bit happier. Okay, the other thing I don't want to take and bring up for debate, all I want to know is if there is any movement on these two what would we say? What would you call them? Negotiations between the town. The people of the town have not heard anything, and the people of the town are a little bit upset due to the fact with the Boston Emergency Squad, because it is taxpayers' money involved. Taxpayers should know, taxpayers should have a voice in it. Not just the board saying, this is what we're gonna do. So, if that's what happens, you're gonna be a very unhappy board. Leave it at that.
Hi, my name's Dave McGill. I live at 7519 Crestwood Circle in Boston. I was at the December 17th meeting for the new members there, discussing that the road I live on is 617 feet long. It's a 50-foot right-of-way, and the town owns it. And since I've lived there, I've paid over $5,300 in highway taxes, and I don't receive any highway services, no plowing, no maintaining of the road. I take care of the road, do all the maintenance for the new members. In that meeting, Bob Keelat made comments that he hasn't plowed the road in 20 years, and he's not going to start now. In regards to those, when it snows, my job requires me to be there most of the time it snows throughout the night. So I don't get to come home after an 8-hour shift and plow my driveway. Sometimes it goes 24 hours without getting plowed. When I say driveway, I mean my driveway and the road that goes to my house. So there have been times I've gotten home, there have been 2 feet of snow in there. My wife and children are at the house. My question is, what happens when an ambulance needs to get down there? Fire truck. And 2 feet of snow are there because the town doesn't maintain it. But I pay for the town to maintain it in my taxes. My question, shouldn't we be proactive here instead of wait for a problem to happen? I mean, I plow it, I fill the potholes, I trim the trees that grow over it, I mow the shoulders of it. I've been doing that since 2001. Why am I paying these taxes? I don't get absolutely any service for that. And in the last meeting, Bob said he can't plow it with a large truck because it's too dangerous to back out on the Chestnut Ridge Road. I understand that. I plowed that road for several years with a pickup truck. The town has a pickup truck with a plow on it. Maybe 10, 15 minutes, that road can be plowed on a regular basis with a pickup truck. That's all. It's a lot safer with a pickup truck, I understand, than a big truck. But it can be plowed with a pickup truck. safely. And there is a turnaround at the end, large enough for a pickup truck, but not a big truck, a big plow truck. So you wouldn't have to back out onto Chestnut Ridge Road. I'm just asking the town board to consider it, please. I'm getting older. We're all getting older that we live there. You know, I don't know how problems come down. Every once in a while, you know, we needed the ambulance there in the past. Fortunately, it's been in the summertime, and they've gotten down there. I can't imagine thinking in the wintertime, when that road has got a lot of snow in it, if I needed rescue on that road. Does the town want to take that liability? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Just for the year of 2025, let's go over some stats real quick. The sheriff's office handled 1,138 calls in Boston, 736 premise checks. We had 379 traffic stops. We had 24 traffic details in some problem areas. We had 80 traffic complaints, 11 larcenies, 6 stolen cars, 101 accidents. I did 67 neighborhood patrols, which are like our directed patrols for the property crimes and other issues we had in town. Obviously, we didn't, solve all of them, but we deterred a lot from coming back. They went elsewhere after. That's the whole concept of it. We're gonna get some mapping systems and stuff and show like where the crimes are occurring and where we're going after. It's work in progress, but it's moving forward, so. I handled 229 complaints in town myself. I had 3 arrests in Boston. We had a total of 52 arrests, 25 DWIs, 9 warrants, a bunch of traffic arrests, border protections, and domestics and other narcotics arrests as well. Obviously, in 2025, one of the biggest issues was the cars that were stolen, the cars that were, the larcenies that were occurring from the vehicles. We did a lot of details to prevent that. Obviously, we had a couple, it was mostly juveniles, so it's tough for really anything to happen. They just keep reoccurring. Another thing we had come up was a lot of traffic complaints at Taylor and Eckerd. Now we have a 4-way since then. There's been very little complaints there. That seemed to be the fix for that. A couple other spots I'm working on, and it gets nicer. Obviously, lately with the snow, the accidents have been way up. I've talked about on a couple of minor issues in town, parking and other snow removal stuff that we try to handle, and going forward, if it's a repeat offender, I'll start issuing summons. Obviously, I gave a warning out publicly before, so just to stay off the roads, keep the plows, and garbage trucks and ambulances and fire trucks can get down there. Other than that, I think that's it.
Thank you very much. All right, no one else? The floor is now closed. Item number 2 under new business is a Association of Towns 2026 annual training attendance request from Supervisor Jason Keating. So since this applies to me, Councilman Stefan, do you mind taking this one? If you don't mind. Just a motion to approve.
Just a-
Yeah.
A motion to approve the Association of Towns 2026 annual training attendance request from Jason Keating.
I will second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Penders,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Abstain, this applies directly to me.
Councilman Stefan.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And thank you for allowing me to attend. All right, item number 3 tonight is Resolution 2026-11, which is a document management software services resolution. Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2026-11, where the town clerk would enter into a renewal agreement with Toshiba for DocuWare software for services from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026, for an annual license fee of $3,672.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes?
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 4 tonight is Resolution 2026-12, designating Supervisor Keating as the town's delegate to the annual business meeting of the New York State Association of Towns. And Councilman Penders, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor, I think I'll make a motion designating Supervisor Keating as the town's delegate to the annual business meeting of the New York State Association of Towns.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes?
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Abstain.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 5 tonight is Resolution 2026-13, authorizing procurement of a 2027 Freightliner 114 S as in Sam, D as in David, with snowplow and dump package for highway department use. Councilman Stefan, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to accept the resolution 2026 authorizing the procurement of the Freightliner with the snowplow and dump package for the highway department.
And I just want to add in there that the price is not to exceed $359,902.
I'll second the motion.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes?
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, the next item is Resolution 2026-14, a resolution supplementing and amending Resolution 2026-02 and implementing Town Code Sections 60-11 and 60-12 regarding reimbursement of professional review costs for floodplain development permits. I'll take this item tonight, work with our code enforcement office and also our municipal engineer. This pertains to what they call a SWIP, or also known as the Stormwater Pollution Prevention Plan. There's a new fee schedule that was attached to this, authorized deposits and all, and this will update the schedule of fees passed at our last meeting. So I'd like to direct the town clerk to enter into this resolution and approve the new schedule of fees.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes?
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 7 tonight is an application for use of facility from our town's Conservation Advisory Council for CCE Erie for a Hemlock and Holy Outlet Workshop. And Councilman Stefan, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, Chieftain Tucker is requesting service on the 2nd of February. I'd like to make a motion to accept this application.
I'll second. It's February 7th.
February 7th, yes.
Yes, I will second it.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes?
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 8 tonight is an application for use of facility for the Conservation Advisory Council for their 2026 snowshoe and snowman event. And Councilman Selby, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. We have a request for a use of facility for the Town Hall Community Room with the kitchen and bathroom facilities for February 21st from 8 to 12 for the annual snowshoeing event. I'd like to approve this application for use of facility. Make a motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes?
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, that is it for our new business. We have no old business. On to reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. First, we've definitely been busy the last couple of weeks plowing snow. We got quite a bit of snow and quite a bit of wind, so guys been busy doing that. Once again, I want to report about the Christmas trees. I see Christmas trees thrown out by the road all over town. You have to call Waste Management to get your Christmas trees picked up, and they'll come around and pick them up. And then I'd just like to say a little bit about Crestwood Circle and Mr. McGill tonight. I mean, we all pay highway tax, and it isn't just for the highway out in front. When you drive to work, you're driving down the highway in town, so your highway taxes pay for all the highways. That road was just a one-lane dirt road. It was never built to town specs. It was never dedicated to the town. not a town road. And, it's just like, I don't wanna put Mrs. Quinlan, the town clerk, on, but you live on the power line, do you pay highway tax?
Yes,
Okay. So does everybody else that lives on the power line, correct?
correct.
Okay. And it's the same thing. You don't have a town plow plowing down power line road.
No, we do.
It's a private road, whatever. No different than Shunk Drive, Shunk Lane, whatever you wanna call it. You go up on Umpalius, there's Midway, private little road that goes back with several houses back there. I'm sure they all pay highway tax, and they don't get no service from the town plow, because it's private property. So, that's all I really have to say on that note. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Sully, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to commend the Highway Department for the outstanding plow service during this recent storm. I drive to Hamburg every day, and it's not a very far commute, but the easiest drive during the storm was going down my road compared to some of those county and state roads. So I'd like to commend our local guys here for doing an awesome job. Also, thank you, Deputy Miller, for coming out again, and your summary for 2025 certainly was a super busy year. And I applaud you coming to all these meetings and keeping the board updated on what you've been doing and what's happening in town. It's a great service, and we appreciate that. So that is all I have for tonight.
Thank you very much. Councilman Benders, you have the floor.
Again, I'd like to thank the highway superintendent. I haven't had any problem going anywhere in this town. It's humorous that everyone considers this Chautauqua Ridge the snow belt, but I've not had any problems getting anywhere, and I think it's all on the shoulders of the highway superintendent and his crew keeping this road clear.
Thanks.
Councilman Stefan, you have the floor.
I would just like to encourage anyone who has connections with the Facebook page for the town of Boston to share information, show pictures, videos, whatnot, because that's a great way of hearing about what's happening within town, especially with the recent water problems with the snow melt from a week or two ago. When we see what's happening from people sharing their own pictures or videos, and videos are far better than pictures, then we can learn from that. So if you're not active with any of those pages, I would say become a little bit more active, because it's only a great way for helping us learn more of what's happening in town. That's all.
Okay, thank you much. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor. Can you give us an update on the January Connect Life blood drive? There were 24 units collected, which helped save the lives of 72 local patients. The next blood drive will be Tuesday, February 3rd in the community room from 2 to 7 p.m. And this coming Saturday, at the North Buffalo Community Center, I know that's a bit of a drive, it's at 203 Sanders Road in Buffalo. Erie County is sponsoring, though, a free rabies vaccination clinic for dogs, indoor and outdoor cats and ferrets. So, certainly if your pet does need a rabies vaccination, this might be something you want to take advantage of, trying to avoid a vet bill might be the way to go for this. So to register for that, it is erie.gov/rabies vaccine, or call 716-961-6800. And I just wanted to, just a little report on the town clerk's annual report that was part of the correspondence for this meeting. This year, the town clerk's office took in over $160,000. And that is regarding all of the, anything that would create a receipt for photocopies or birth certificates, death certificates, marriage licenses, things along those lines. The large amount was for our decals, which is hunting and fishing licenses. That was $11,000. But the largest amount was on the building permits, which was 279 building permits, over $90,000. So just wanted to report on that. That has to do with the growth, of our town. but also establishing good practice that the code enforcement office is trying to help our residents with. So that's all I have, thank you.
Thank you very much. So I'll just briefly touch base. So the Boston EMS contract, those are in contract negotiations. So respectfully, while those are underway, additional information is not shared publicly at town board meetings until the public hearing section of that. And that's traditionally at the point where the squad / the town board is at amicable terms and brings that forth to the public for that public hearing component. As far as the process, that is still underway. The squad has retained legal counsel for the contract. Now that they're billing, and then there's some other things that's going on there that it's subject to state law. And so they are working with their attorney as well as, we have our counsel there. Those are still underway. I know it's been a long time, but this is what sometimes happens with contract negotiations. So that at this time, that is all I can say in regards to the Boston EMS contract. But the time for public input, anybody watching at home, folks at the Hendrick Sun that are reporting, if they have any questions, want to comment on the public contract, that legally will be addressed at a town board meeting where the town board will set a public hearing date and time. And that is when the public can come in and speak either for or against the proposed, the terms of the agreement. And depending on that feedback from the public, then that is where the town board will take action to either approve or go back to the drawing table based off of that type of feedback. That's how that process works. Same as the fire contract, same as any other public hearing that we have addressed. And with that, I'll roll into water, because water, there'll be some upcoming public hearings there. I have an update on the water phase 2. This will be the most extensive part of, people hear me, the board talk about this for a couple of years. This is going to be the remainder of Boston State Road, and essentially all, from where we stop, right around the Chestnut Ridge area, all the way throughout the rest of the community. This is to replace. It's not to build out additional services at this time. So there will be public hearings on that. Please stay tuned to town board meeting packets, the website, etc. But the bidding for that project will probably be going out probably mid to late summer, depending on timelines with the Water Authority and Erie County Department of Health, which are also partners in this initiative as we move forward. So that's Water District 2 update. I did want to thank the board for allowing me to attend again to New York City. There's a lot of great information that comes out of that event. I know Councilman Henderson just attended the newly elected official training. There's always good information, legislation updates. There's a lot that goes on there. And I'd like to thank the town clerk for allowing me to be the delegate again to vote. Those are legislative. What I would be handling and have handled in the past as a delegate with the New York Association of Towns those are the legislative priorities. One of which, going back to the ambulance, was trying to push New York State to exclude EMS services from the tax cap. Because we all know that EMS services are not getting cheaper, they're becoming more expensive. Excluding from the tax cap would help them and allow them to receive additional monies that they needed. The governor did not sign on to that, nor has the governor signed on to an additional bill that would make ambulance service an essential service in New York State. It's hard to believe that we live in a state where our governor and our electeds in Albany do not deem ambulance service as an essential service. Mind-blowing. But if it goes away, they don't deem it as essential. Fire is, but not ambulance. Go figure that out. You have a heart attack, we could get into a situation where we have some very serious conversations. Also, why Erie County has established ambulance service years ago, because they've identified that need of all communities across Erie County. So stay tuned on that. I'll be happy to report when I get back to New York City on some of those legislative priorities. This Friday, the town's emergency manager and I are going to be going to a grid resilience tabletop exercise over in the town of Elma. This is for emergency managers and supervisors / mayors. God forbid we have a large power outage. What happens with grid resiliency? What's the backup plan? How are emergency managers going to handle it? How do local government entities, towns, cities, villages maintain and make sure that government remains operational? We're lucky enough we now have a generator here. That's our plan. God forbid we lose power for a long period of time. Guess what? As long as that generator doesn't fail on us, we're good to go. We do have a backup plan, which sadly to bring in gas power like you have in your homes, like gas generators. But our breaker panels are now set up to allow and accommodate that, so government can work for you as a taxpayer. So hopefully have some good takeaways there, and our emergency manager and I will report back on that meeting. Monday we have the highway superintendent, myself, and the town engineer and others have a meeting regarding the fuel tank replacement. That'll be happening next Monday morning at 9 o'clock. It's great news to hear from Deputy Miller about the Eckert and Taylor signs. That's something that, again, the town board listened to the public feedback, and we pushed 3 times. Third time was the charm. We got that request from Erie County over the finish line to get a 4-way stop at Eckert and Taylor. And it's great to hear that that's working up there, because that was definitely a concern, truly, since I was a councilman. So it's great to hear that that is something that you, even in your profession, that you're seeing that being a proof of concept and work. That is all I have. I did want to toss out there too, on the highway superintendent touched base on the Christmas trees. Christmas trees, if you can cut them, and you can fit them in your container. I know that doesn't work for every household, but if you can cut them up and fit them in the container, even if the lid is, flapped over, they will take them. Our account representative, that's part of our contract, they do haul them to the site, the highway superintendent's point, but if you can cut them up, they can't be sticking out 6 feet past, the top of the can, but if you can cut them in half, and maybe half of a tree one week and half of a tree another week, it's not ideal, but that's the process. That's been part of the solid waste contract since even before I came on in local government as a councilman. Please don't put them on curbside, especially as we know with all the snow that's on the side of the road. It does make, it's something that gets stuck in a snowbank. It could become a public safety hazard, God forbid, as a motorist, you're going down the road, you think you're going to a snowbank and you have the tail end of a tree coming through your windshield, not a good day. So please do not put them out curbside. That does become a public safety issue. That is all I have, so I'll make a motion to end the meeting at 8:05 p.m.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Savage?
Yes.
Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.